Hey everybody, Reeve here, finally. Yeah, so I know I'm a little late, but I know you probably don't even care because you don't know who I am, so yeah. I know it's like 2 days late, but I've been fucking busy. Anyways, so you know the fucking slime game I've been working on? Still been working on it. I know you're surprised. I know you're like, Reeve, you can't continue working on things for more than a week. I did. So yeah, when I was a young lad, I used to play a game called Dragon Vale on the App Store, iOS. I guess it was probably on Android too. But basically, in that game, you take care of dragons, right? And you can breed dragons to make new dragons. That's what I'm doing. I'm making it so that you can breed the slimes together and make hi Cole and make new slimes. You know, like new colors, new um, other stuff too. But yeah, so that's what I did for this week. So I'm gonna show that off now. Alright, so let's just get right into it. So the first thing I did was breeding characteristics. These are characteristics that are used to determine the new slime. So basically, there's things like the type, the color, the natures. It's a very modular system. I don't know what I'm going to use like natures for yet, but I decided I wanted like, like special characteristics, like how Pokemon have a what is it? A nature or yeah, I think it's a Pokemon nature. It's been a while since I played Pokemon. Basically, they have innate characteristics, and then so when you breed two slimes together, it decides between which of the two's color it takes, and then the other one becomes the innate color, and then it decides out of the 6 natures between the two slimes which are the 3 main and which are the 3 innate. This just makes it so that if you basically take 2 slimes, one's red and one's green, and then you produce a green slime, there is a small chance that that producing a new slime will be red because the slime you just created has an innate color of red, seeing as one of its parents is red. That's what the system does. So here's the breeding system. So I had to change how the slime sprite worked. Now instead of each sprite having a color, the sprite is just blank. It's just white. I can show you here. So as you can see, the sprite is just white. And then when the slime is created, depending on its color, it changes the color of the sprite, not directly, but in the sprite renderer. If you look here, there's a color. You can change this. So that's how I made the system more modular. And so when I add new colors, I'll plug all the numbers in here and it'll have a new color. When you breed a slime, it calls obviously the breed slime function. And if the slimes if slime 1 and slime 2 are not null, basically if there's a slime that it's referencing, it takes the 2 characteristics, it handles the color, or I guess first it handles the type. So let's just see here. So the way it handles type is it uses a random number, and it originally sets the range to 6. But if the 2 slimes have innate types, it adds 1. This makes it so that the chance of having a type that is not mainly prevalent is less likely, but still possible. So if you have one slime with the type of, let's say, it's just a default slime, and the other one is default, but both of them have an innate type of, I don't know, rock or something, then it has a 2 out of 8 chance to be rock, but it has a 6 out of 8 chance to be a default slime. That's just what this does. And then it does a random number generator using the range. And then if it's 1 through 3, then it's the first slime's type. And then the second slime's type becomes the innate type. If it's 4 through 6, the first slime's type becomes the innate type, and the second slime's type becomes the main type. And then it does the same thing with the innate types. So if the number is 7, then the slime 1's innate type becomes the main type, and then the innate type is the slime 2's main type. And then if the number is 8, then the main type is the Slime 2's innate type, and then the innate type is the Slime 1's main type. That's just how it makes sure that there's a possibility that after breeding 2 slimes, the innate type is still possible to be, you know, a main characteristic of the new slime that's created. Kind of how normal genetics is. I'm not a geneticist, so don't hunt me down in the streets for saying something wrong. But yeah, from my 2 cents, that's how it works. And then it handles color, does the exact same thing as the type, but with color. It's literally identical. And then for the natures, it adds all the natures to a list, and then it takes a random 3 from that list, and it sets those as the main type, and then whatever is rest, the rest becomes the innate type, and that or the innate natures, I mean, and that's how it handles the natures. And then it instantiates, so it creates a new slime. The new slime is unnamed. Its position is that doesn't really matter that much, but then it sets the type, the innate type, the color, the innate color, the nature, and then the innate nature. And then using the color, it changes the sprite renderer's color to the correct one, so it's not just a blank slime. And yeah, that's what it does. This here is for something that I'll explain in a moment. So that's just the actual systems. And then next, I made it so that buildings are enterable, which is how I'm going to handle the entire game, basically, where you have to enter the buildings. So basically, what happens is the game has this is all the walkable area for the slimes. And then when you add a new building, the walkable area changes. So basically what's going to happen is that when a slime needs to go somewhere, it's going to path find to the location it needs to be, and then it's going to obviously enter the building, and that's what that is for, so it doesn't walk through buildings. This is the breeding building that I created. It's bare bones, obviously, but so you press this button and then you choose the first slime. So okay, so you press this button to breed, you choose the first slime, green, and then this gives you, obviously you can't breed the same slime twice, so it gives you the red slime, but if you want to choose the red slime, now this is the green slime. So yeah, if you breed these two, it creates a red slime. Ta-da! So yeah, that's what it does. And as you can see, if we look at this slime, its characteristics are, it's a default slime, its color is green, its natures are 1, 2, and 3. This one is default, it's red, and its natures are 4, 5, and 6. So if I go and breed, choose the green slime and the red slime, breed, this new unnamed slime has a type of default and an innate type of default. Its color is red because obviously it's red. Its innate color is green because its other parent was green. And if we look at the natures, nature 2, 3, and 5 are the main ones, and the innate ones are 1, 4, and 6. And yep, that's the breeding. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Oh, I guess I'll show you the code for the drop-down menu that you choose the slimes with. Basically what happens is it creates a list of slimes, and then it adds them all to the drop-down list. And then once you change the value of your selection of this drop-down list, it enables the second drop-down list, and it includes everything except for the slime you just chose. But if you choose the first option, which is choose slime, then it disables this. And then once you choose the second slime from the second drop-down list, the breed button is enabled, and then you can do that. And yeah. So yeah, that's what I did. And as for why I was late, I've been busy, okay? I just finished my study abroad in Spain, and now I'm back in the States, you know? Back in the homeland of the free. And so I, had to like travel and stuff. All of that good jazz. But yeah, that cool. That's what I did this week. Well, this month. It was this month. Next month I don't think I'll be working on this game. Not to say I'm gonna stop working on it, but just I don't like doing the same thing for too long because then I get bored. But yeah, so thanks for watching. It's probably a shorter video. Hopefully it was a shorter video. But yeah, all right, I'll see you later.